just give us your sense that it was quite a contest, particularly for an hour, 3-point game before you kind of pulled clear at the end.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy, I think. Obviously started quite well with the try, then our ill discipline allowed them into it. It was back and forth a little bit. I think obviously happy with the outcome in terms of 5 points, but performance-wise there's a lot more in us. I said on the pitch after that we're going to need to be quite a bit better. 6-day turnaround next week away as well to Leicester. So happy with maximising points, but in terms of performances we're going to need to improve as we go on in the tournament.
Why do you think you found it difficult to sort of come together a little bit more in the first half in particular?
A few moving parts during the week, not to make that an excuse because we're used to it at this stage, we're accustomed to it and feel we can deal with that quite well. I think they made it hard for us at times as well, like they went after a breakdown quite a lot. Evans got a number of steals there. They were pushing the boundaries, but some of them paid off for them for sure. And it probably broke our rhythm and attack a little bit. I don't think we ever fully got into our multi-phase as best as we'd like. But having said that, stayed with it and some of the tries came later, definitely.
What was your sense of the defence, Caelan? Like, how difficult is it to switch back into Leinster mode tomorrow in terms of defensive, or is that just an easy sort of?
Yeah, again, like we're pretty well accustomed with doing that at this stage. I think the core of our defence is around the contact area, and I need to be leading that. I had some sloppy ones there for sure, and that is going to be infectious in a negative way across the team. So, I'm not sure it was defensive system as much as just contact area and getting our shots in.
What kind of challenge will Leicester pose? Like, you always describe it there as one of the toughest places. You obviously know them quite well over the last few years.
Yeah, we've been over there a couple of times, played them here as well, obviously, so decent bit of familiarity with them. There's a bit of an old school kind of vibe to them still, I think. Set piece dominant, some big ball carriers, play a bit of a territory game, big kick chase. Discipline is going to be important for us. That's a big improvement area going into next week. But it's a different challenge, even being away, Welford Road, kind of hostile environment. So it's short training week. So we're going to need to get discipline right and mentality right.
Caelan, how has it been having Rico Ioane in the last week and a half, I suppose?
It's been great, yeah. We've been around him this week, and like it's tricky coming in for a player in a big week, especially. There's so much terminology to get your head around, different systems, the D system we mentioned there, but attack-wise as well. There's a lot of new information going at him, so the way he handled that was very well. The likes of Gary and some of the backs got around him well and helped him with that. But it's good having him. Obviously, different personality, brings something different to the group, and he's fit in well so far. So excited to see more from him.
I guess he's going to can only help the lads around him, not just suppose the guys in the back, even yourselves up front, like just having someone with that experience coming into the squad as well.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's a fresh perspective from a rugby point of view, but outside of that as well. Brings something different in terms of his personality and how he is as a person. So I think the more diversity we have in there, the better.
Caelan, forgive me for bringing this up, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. But a lot of Leinster supporters do still reference the Northampton game and how disappointed they still remain about that. I'm just wondering, is that something at all permeating the minds of the players? And is there a sense of just you have to get this game up and running, just get the campaign started this season? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think it's there and not in a burden sort of a way that weighs you back, but you want it to give you a little bit of edge, and in terms of kind of making a personal chip in the shoulder, but not in a negative holding us back way. So like that's my first game for Leinster since Northampton. So of course it's on my mind a little bit this week. But I don't think it should weigh us back. I think it should catapult us forward.
And you're speaking about how that was your first game since Northampton, and I think it was Jack Conan's first Leinster game this season as well. Like, how difficult is it to sort of be in December now and you're still sort of your first game for Leinster? Like, it's a weird season, all the lead up saying. Like, what's it been like?
It's part and parcel of the game. Like, I had a long injury period, so I came back just in time for the Ireland Internationals. It's just the way it is. Like, it's sort of control what you can control and get on with it. Is kind of my sense on it. And like I was glad to be back in blue today.
Caelan, where would you be most hopeful that Leinster will improve Waterford Road in 6 months' time?
Discipline.
Yeah. When you say discipline, do you mean?
Well, I mean, we had a pretty high penalty count in the first half in particular. And that gives them access. The way Leicester play is kind of territory pressure game. Some similar elements to South Africa in some ways. So, yeah, preventing them from getting entry into our half and putting pressure on us that way.